Do you feel guilty when you say no to people? Do you often get into situations where you help other people even if you don't want to? Do you feel like you have no personal boundaries and people can use and take advantage of you any way they want? If you answered yes to one or more of these questions, you might be a people pleaser. Hi, my name is Christopher Norberg. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I produce content on personal development. Today's video is about being a people pleaser and why you must immediately stop doing that. Who and what is a people pleaser? A people pleaser is typically someone everyone considers helpful and kind. When you need help with a project, moving house or a shoulder to cry on, they're more than willing to step up. People pleasers are known for doing whatever it takes to make other people happy. While being kind and helpful is generally a good thing, going too far to please others can leave you feeling emotionally depleted, stressed and anxious. My story, that of a former people pleaser. As a child of a narcissistic mother, I'm more than aware that I used to be a world-class people pleaser. I had no personal boundaries and everyone else's feelings and needs surpassed mine. I was and still am excellent in reading other people's emotional states and feelings, and always eager to help them heal. The only problem is that by doing that I totally neglect my own needs. I don't blame myself for that, but rather my upbringing in an emotionally unstable environment where my narcissistic mother ran the show. As a baby and child, you have no options but to adapt as a way of survival. The only important thing in my childhood family was my mother's feelings and needs. I was the invisible child whose needs were secondary to hers. My wake-up call. Before understanding what was wrong with me, I can remember that I always put other people's needs first. If someone called me and asked help coaching them with their work life, I was always ready to help and even find answers for them so that they didn't have to put in the work. And for free, of course. If someone I knew was moving, they called me because I'm a strong man and always ready to help. If someone had problems in their relationship, they called me because they knew I was always available for their needs. I had no personal space and had really hard time saying no to anyone who needed my help. Of course, there's nothing wrong in helping others. The big problem though was that those people never helped me with anything. I was only useful to them when they needed something, and they never called me or spent time with me otherwise. Luckily, several years ago I found an excellent therapist who helped me set and keep my boundaries and put my own needs first. And for the first time in my life, I feel that I'm now in charge of my life and needs. How do you know if you are a people pleaser? Let me share with you some pointers on how you can analyze yourself and judge if you're possibly a people pleaser. Point number 1. Weak or no boundaries. Many people pleasers have weak or no boundaries. That means that other people can invade their private space and make them do things that they deep inside might not want to do at all. You teach people how they can treat you and what is okay for you and what is not. Always remember, if you don't set and keep your boundaries, someone else will do that for you. Point number 2. Hard time saying no. If you find it difficult to tell others no when they ask you for something, you may be a people pleaser. Many people pleasers prefer making up excuses later to get out of a commitment instead of saying no from the start. If you do follow through, you may regret not having had the strength to stand up for yourself. Point number 3. Feelings of guilt when you do say no. You're not responsible for other people's feelings. Still, many people pleasers feel guilt when they put their own needs first and say no to someone asking for their help. It's up to you if you want to spend time helping others or not. If they act in a negative way towards you when you tell them no, it's their problem, not yours. Point number 4. Taking blame for things that are not your fault. People pleasers often make themselves responsible for the emotional responses of others. If someone feels bad, you may blame yourself or fear that person thinks you're the problem. It's good to say you're sorry if you hurt someone, but there's maybe a deeper issue if you're frequently apologizing for things you have no control over. So how do you stop being a people pleaser? Take a step back and look at where you're spending most of your time and energy. Keep track of how often you say yes when someone asks you for something. Think about how you feel at those moments. Taking stock of the times you are unable to give a firm no can help you recognize those situations in the future and give you a different response. Look for patterns in your people pleaser behavior. There may be people that you feel more compelled to try and satisfy. Your actions may be a way to recover from the hurt they caused you in the past. Start recognizing your limits and placing boundaries around how you spend your time. Think about how much bandwidth you really have before making commitments. Try to expend your energy only on those things that align with your values and make you feel good. So there you have it, my thoughts on being a people pleaser and how to get out of that rut once and for all. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.